Luxury brands charge premium prices, but some are quietly cutting corners on quality control. In this video, we expose 10 prestigious nameplates delivering shockingly unreliable vehicles in 2025. One ranked dead last among all automotive brands, with 285 problems per 100 vehicles. Number 10. Acura. Let's start with a brand that surprised many by sliding down the reliability rankings. Acura. Honda's luxury division has built its reputation on dependability. But 2025 tells a different story. According to J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, Acura scored 249 problems per 100 vehicles, PP100, placing it among the bottom 10 brands overall. This is a significant drop for a brand that once competed directly with Lexus for reliability supremacy. The 2024 to 2025 MDX, Acura's flagship three-row SUV, has been at the center of owner complaints. Consumer Reports noted the pre-2025 infotainment system's finicky touchpad was distracting to use and required long glances away from the road. Multiple owners on forums like Edmunds and Kelley Blue Book report SHAWD system error messages, though these are often related to sensor issues rather than system failures. But the most concerning problem? Build quality. Owners are reporting squeaks and rattles in vehicles with fewer than 10,000 miles, an issue virtually unheard of in previous generation Acuras. One owner on Edmunds stated, "The build quality is so bad," describing misaligned trim, loose heat shields, and rattling door panels on a brand new 2024 MDX. The 2022 MDX Type S with Brembo brakes also experienced premature brake wear, leading Acura to replace entire front brake systems under warranty for affected vehicles. When luxury SUV buyers are paying $51,500 to $70,000 plus, they expect Honda's legendary engineering, not these quality control issues. For a brand built on Honda's quality foundation, these problems represent a troubling departure from Acura's core promise. Number 9. Cadillac. At number 9, we have Cadillac, a brand desperately trying to reclaim its position as the standard of the world, but instead becoming a cautionary tale about rushing electric vehicles to market without proper quality control. The 2024 to 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, GM's electric luxury SUV, has been plagued with problems since its launch. Consumer Reports' 2024 Reliability Report ranked Cadillac second to last overall, with just 27 points out of 100, with the Lyriq specifically scoring only 5 out of 100, one of the lowest scores ever recorded for any vehicle. According to owner forums, NHTSA complaints, and Consumer Reports surveys, the Lyriq suffers from battery management issues, 12-volt battery failures that leave vehicles immobile, and software problems. Range performance varies significantly. While the rear-wheel drive model can exceed EPA estimates under ideal conditions, the all-wheel drive version achieved only 220 miles at 75 miles per hour in testing, far short of its 307-mile EPA rating. Cold weather exacerbates these issues dramatically. The vehicle's software has been equally problematic. GM recalled over 41,000 Lyriq vehicles because the infotainment system can crash mid-drive, causing the digital instrument cluster to go completely blank and disabling the speedometer, navigation, warning lights, rear-view camera, and climate controls simultaneously. But it's not just the Lyriq. The traditional Cadillac lineup isn't faring much better. The XT5 and XT6 have documented transmission shuddering issues with the 9-speed automatic, experiencing harsh shifting and hesitation. GM has acknowledged the problems through technical service bulletins, and issued service updates for internal transmission components, though many owners report the issues persist even after repairs. Cadillac's problems stem from a brand identity crisis, trying to be Tesla-level innovative while maintaining American luxury standards, but achieving neither. The result is vehicles that feel rushed to market, tested on customers rather than in engineering labs. Cadillac once represented the pinnacle of American automotive achievement. In 2025, it represents what happens when a brand prioritizes marketing over mechanical excellence.
Number 8. Chrysler. Taking spot number 8 is Chrysler, a brand that has become almost a punchline in reliability discussions, and the 2025 data proves why. J.D. Power's 2025 dependability study ranked Chrysler with 282 problems per 100 vehicles, making it the second worst automotive brand overall. Let that sink in. Only one brand in the entire automotive industry scored worse than Chrysler: Volkswagen at 285 pp 100. For a company trying to market itself as American luxury, this is catastrophic. The 2024 to 2025 Chrysler Pacifica, which starts around $41,000 and can reach over $60,000 for the top Pinnacle trim, has been recalled multiple times. The most serious recall involves battery fire risk in plug-in hybrid models, particularly concerning since fires can occur even when the vehicle is parked and turned off. The NHTSA has documented cases where hybrid Pacificas have experienced the "stop safely, vehicle will turn off soon" warning, leaving families stranded in the middle of busy roads with complete loss of power. Owners report a litany of problems: sliding doors that won't open or close properly on a minivan, the U-Connect system that freezes and requires battery disconnection to reset, and transmission issues that manifest as harsh shifts and delayed engagement. Multiple owners on Pacifica forums have reported their brand new 2024 hybrid models being in the shop for weeks at a time. One Edmunds reviewer noted their 2023 Pacifica Hybrid has been at dealer service department for approximately 4 weeks of the 4 months since delivery, waiting for a back-ordered transmission. The build quality is equally concerning. Owners report paint bubbling and chipping on hoods and doors, a problem that has plagued Pacificas for years, with even aluminum body panels showing corrosion. Interior trim pieces come loose, climate control components feel cheap and break easily, and water leaks into the cabin around windows and doors. These are economy car problems showing up in what Chrysler markets as a premium family vehicle. But perhaps most damning is the dealer experience. Multiple owners report that when they bring their vehicles in for service, dealers often don't have the parts needed for repairs, leading to weeks-long wait times. One hybrid owner reported their dealer said a needed charger part would take 3 months to arrive. Stellantis, Chrysler's parent company, seems to have prioritized cost-cutting over quality assurance, and owners are paying the price, literally and figuratively. Chrysler once meant something in American automotive history. In 2025, it means you're taking a massive gamble on reliability every time you turn the key. Number 7. Genesis. Number 7 might surprise you. Genesis, Hyundai's luxury division that's supposed to represent the Korean manufacturer's quality pinnacle. But 2025 data reveals concerning trends beneath Genesis's elegant exterior. Genesis ranked 17th out of 30 brands in J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, with 213 problems per 100 vehicles, slightly worse than the industry average of 202 pp 100. Consumer Reports placed Genesis 14th out of 22 brands in their 2025 reliability rankings, closer in points to last place Rivian than to top-ranked Subaru. The 2024 to 2025 Genesis G70, the brand's sports sedan, has been particularly problematic. Consumer Reports gave it a reliability score of just 29 out of 100, one of the lowest scores for any luxury sedan, citing recalls, oil leaks, fuel pump failures, and electrical problems. Genesis recalled 2019 to 2022 G70s, 2018 to 2020 G80s, and 2017 to 2022 G90s, equipped with 3.3-liter turbocharged V6 engines because the left turbocharger oil feed pipe may deteriorate and leak oil onto the hot exhaust manifold, potentially causing a fire. The automaker reported no actual fires, crashes, or injuries related to this issue, though there were more than 80 warranty claims. The GV70 SUV has faced its own challenges. Owners report transmission problems, including harsh shifting, grinding sounds during upshifting and downshifting, and delays when shifting gears. Multiple owners have complained about rear differential whining noises and transfer case leaks, with some requiring complete replacement at costs around $2,800. Owners report the advanced driver assistance systems throwing false warnings and phantom emergency braking when no obstacle is present, creating dangerous situations at highway speeds. Genesis makes beautiful vehicles with generous warranties, 10 years/100,000 miles on powertrain. But reliability issues have become a concern for the brand. For a brand trying to compete with BMW and Mercedes, Genesis needs to focus on matching their mechanical reliability while delivering on luxury features.
Number 6. Mercedes-Benz. At number 6, we have Mercedes-Benz, a name that once meant uncompromising German engineering and build quality. But 2025 paints a very different picture. According to J.D. Power's 2025 dependability study, Mercedes-Benz scored 243 problems per 100 vehicles, placing it well below average for luxury brands. This is particularly alarming for a manufacturer that charges premium prices specifically for their reputation of quality and reliability. The 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC has become emblematic of the brand's quality control crisis. Despite being the best-selling Mercedes SUV, the 2024 model year alone has been recalled 7 times for various safety-critical issues. These include steering coupling bolts that may not be properly tightened, which could cause the steering to separate from the steering rack, rear axle differential bolts coming loose, potentially causing the drive shaft to separate, integral carrier that supports the engine failing due to improper welds, leading to loss of vehicle control. Let that sink in. A brand new Mercedes-Benz, costing $49,000 to $71,000, has critical safety systems, steering, drivetrain, engine mounting, that weren't properly assembled at the factory. These aren't minor quality issues. These are fundamental engineering and manufacturing failures. Owner forums are filled with frustrated GLC owners reporting constant electrical problems. The most common complaint? The vehicle won't start due to a drained 12-volt battery, even when the car is only days old. Mercedes has issued software updates, but many owners report the problem persists. Multiple owners have reported having their brand new 2024 GLCs towed within the first few months due to repeated dead battery issues. The GLE has similar problems, with Consumer Reports noting issues with squeaks and rattles, infotainment failures, and air conditioning system problems. For a vehicle that starts around $60,000 and can easily exceed $80,000 with options, these problems are inexcusable. But the most damning evidence of Mercedes' quality decline? The EQS SUV. Starting at over $104,000,
This electric flagship has catastrophic depreciation, losing 52% of its value in just 2 years, according to Kelley Blue Book. Why? Because early owners discovered cheap interior materials, underwhelming range, and reliability concerns that make the vehicle nearly impossible to resell. Mercedes-Benz used to be the standard by which all other luxury brands were measured. In 2025, they're proof that a three-pointed star on the hood no longer guarantees three-pointed star quality. But while Mercedes stumbles with both gas and electric powertrains, our number 5 brand proves that German engineering excellence is truly dead.
Number 5. Volkswagen. Claiming the number 5 spot is Volkswagen, and the data is absolutely brutal. According to J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, Volkswagen ranked dead last among all automotive brands, with 285 problems per 100 vehicles. Read that again. Dead last. Worse than every economy brand, worse than every luxury brand, worse than everyone. This isn't a close call. Volkswagen scored significantly worse than the second to last brand, Chrysler, at 282 pp100, representing a quality control crisis of epic proportions. For a company that markets itself as offering German engineering for all, the reality is that they're delivering German repair bills with economy car reliability. The 2024 to 2025 VW Atlas, the brand's 3-row SUV that competes in the mid-$40,000 range, has been particularly problematic. Multiple recalls have been issued for connecting rod bearing contamination leading to potential engine failure, oil leaks, and stalling without warning. Engine covers improperly installed after service, which can melt and potentially cause fires. Rear-view cameras failing to display images, violating federal safety standards. But recalls are only part of the story. VW Atlas owners report constant electrical gremlins, sunroofs opening on their own, infotainment systems that freeze and require hard resets, and the digital cockpit, instrument cluster, going completely blank while driving. Imagine cruising at 70 miles per hour on the highway and suddenly having no speedometer, no fuel gauge, no warning lights, just a blank screen. That's the Atlas ownership experience for too many buyers. The Tiguan, VW's best-selling SUV, isn't much better. Owners report transmission problems where the DSG dual-clutch automatic exhibits harsh shifts, shuddering, and even complete failures requiring replacement. Some owners report transmission failures with as few as 30,000 miles on a vehicle that should be barely broken in. Perhaps most concerning is VW's handling of these issues. Unlike brands that acknowledge problems and issue customer satisfaction recalls, VW often tells owners that issues are within normal operating parameters or cannot be duplicated. Translation: we know there's a problem, but we're not going to fix it unless forced to by regulators. The ID.4, VW's electric SUV, has been equally disappointing. Early owners report charging issues, software glitches that require the vehicle to be reprogrammed, and build quality that doesn't match the $40,000 to $50,000 price tag. Consumer Reports has consistently rated the ID.4 as less reliable than average, with the vehicle appearing on their list of least reliable cars in December 2024. The publication cites issues with the electric vehicle battery, drive system, brakes, and charging problems related to the onboard inverter. Volkswagen's quality control collapse represents one of the most dramatic falls from grace in modern automotive history. A brand that once competed with BMW and Mercedes for engineering excellence is now competing with economy brands for the bottom of reliability rankings, and losing. But while VW's problems affect vehicles across all price points,
Our number 4 brand proves that even ultra-luxury nameplates aren't immune to quality control disasters.
Number 4. Jaguar. Taking the number 4 spot is Jaguar, a brand synonymous with British luxury, but in 2025, synonymous with British unreliability. In the 2025 J.D. Power Initial Quality Study, Jaguar ranked second among premium brands with a score of 175 problems per 100 vehicles, an impressive showing for the first 90 days of ownership. However, their long-term dependability tells a very different story. Consumer Reports predicts below-average reliability for the 2025 F-Pace based on Jaguar's brand history. RepairPal rates Jaguar 29th out of 32 brands with just a 2.5 out of 5 reliability score, with average annual repair costs of $1,123 compared to $859 for all vehicle models. The 2024 to 2025 Jaguar F-Pace, the brand's best-selling SUV, starts around $57,000 to $58,275, but has documented issues that make that price hard to justify. The most common and frustrating complaints center on electrical systems that fail without warning, infotainment screens that go black and become unresponsive, requiring dealer reprogramming, complete system crashes that take navigation and climate controls offline. Jaguar Land Rover's Director's Executive Office confirmed there is no fix for the InControl Touch Pro system and upheld UK vehicle rejections based on these inherently faulty infotainment systems. An official Jaguar service bulletin, JTB00552-NAS5, acknowledges the poor performance and reliability issues. Vehicles that won't start after sitting for just 3 to 4 days. Electronic systems that fail to enter sleep mode properly, continuously draining the battery. AA technicians have confirmed a Jaguar software patch exists for this battery drain issue, though implementation has been inconsistent. Sensors that constantly throw false warnings and require recalibration. Electrical problems are just the beginning. Jaguar's turbocharged engines have well-documented problems with turbocharger failures. Multiple documented failures occurring around 40,000 to 60,000 miles, conveniently just after many warranties expire. 2018 F-Pace 2-liter diesel, turbo failure at 62,000 miles. 2017 F-Pace 20D, turbo failure at 42,000 miles. 2018 F-Pace 2D, turbo failure at 59,400 miles, replaced under warranty. K Motors, specialist repair shop, confirms turbochargers on F-Pace diesel models can start to fail quite early on in the car's lifespan. Estimated repair costs $3,000 to $5,000 plus for turbocharger replacement on a vehicle that should still be in its prime. The 8-speed automatic experiences harsh shifting and delayed engagement, complete transmission failures requiring replacement. Dealer sources indicate replacement costs can exceed $3,500. Forum reports suggest complete transmission rebuilds can reach $5,000 to $7,000. Owners report numerous quality issues you'd expect from a budget car, not a $60,000 plus luxury SUV. Interior trim pieces that rattle and come loose. Panoramic sunroofs that leak water into the cabin. Paint that chips far more easily than competitors. What makes Jaguar's situation particularly frustrating is dealer support. Jaguar dealers frequently don't have necessary parts in stock. One F-Pace owner reported their vehicle at the dealer for 1 month waiting for parts, with eventual delivery showing 7 to 8 weeks total. An I-Pace owner was told parts were on back order, which could be weeks, months, or even next year, with their dealer holding 60 vehicles awaiting parts.
An E-Pace owner waited over 1 month for parts from Germany. These aren't isolated incidents. They represent a systemic supply chain problem affecting Jaguar owners across multiple markets. Jaguar's quality control problems are reflected in the brand's depreciation rates, among the worst in the luxury segment. 2017 F-Pace loses approximately 65% of original value over 3 years. 2020 F-Pace loses approximately 55% of original value over 3 years. 2021 F-Pace loses approximately 54% of original value over 3 years. 2023 F-Pace loses approximately 45% of original value over 3 years, improving, but still poor. Lexus RX, 45 to 50% depreciation over 3 years. Porsche Macan, 45 to 50% depreciation over 3 years. The market has spoken clearly. Jaguar's quality doesn't justify its price premium. Jaguar makes beautiful, distinctively styled vehicles with elegant British design. The F-Pace turns heads on the road and delivers an engaging driving experience when it's working properly. But in 2025, that beauty is only skin deep, hiding mechanical and electrical nightmares that make ownership a gamble most informed buyers refuse to take. The combination of electrical gremlins, powertrain failures, poor parts availability, and catastrophic depreciation makes the F-Pace a luxury vehicle that delivers more anxiety than prestige. When a brand ranks 29th out of 32 for reliability, when owners wait months for basic repairs, and when vehicles lose 65% of their value in 3 years, the conclusion is inescapable. Jaguar represents one of the worst reliability risks in the luxury automotive market.
Number 3. Volvo. Taking the bronze medal of disappointment is Volvo, a brand built on safety and Scandinavian quality, but in 2025 delivering neither. J.D. Power's 2025 initial quality study ranked Volvo second to last among all automotive brands, with 258 problems per 100 vehicles. The 2025 dependability study wasn't much better, with Volvo tied for 10th worst, with 242 PP100. For a brand that charges premium prices based on a reputation for safety and durability, these rankings represent a complete betrayal of customer trust. The problems start with Volvo's Chinese ownership and manufacturing. Since Geely purchased Volvo in 2010, quality control has progressively declined. The 2024 to 2025 Volvo XC60, the brand's best-selling SUV, exemplifies this decline. Consumer Reports notes that the XC60 experiences major engine problems, requiring complete engine replacement. One owner reported, February 2024, complete engine replacement. Engine control module failed, overheated, spark plug broke, damaged cylinders and valves. This wasn't on a 10-year-old vehicle with 200,000 miles. This was on a vehicle with normal mileage, still under factory warranty. The XC60's infotainment system has become legendary for all the wrong reasons. Owners consistently report the system freezing and requiring hard resets, Bluetooth connections that randomly disconnect or dial numbers on their own, navigation that provides incorrect directions or crashes mid-route, software updates that fix some problems while creating new ones. But it gets worse. Volvo's plug-in hybrid models have been recalled for brake function loss. According to NHTSA, when using B mode or one-pedal drive while coasting downhill, the vehicle may lose all brake function. Read that again. Lose all brake function. On a brand built on safety.
This recall affects approximately 11,469 to 14,014 vehicles, including 2023 C40 BEV, 2025 EC40, 2023 to 2024 XC40 BEV, 2020 to 2026 XC90 PHEV, 2022 to 2026 XC60 PHEV, 2023 to 2025 S60 PHEV, 2024 to 2025 V60 PHEV, and 2025 to 2026 EX40 and 2025 S90 PHEV models. The XC40, Volvo's compact SUV, has its own problems. Consumer Reports predicts it will be less reliable than the average new car, damning with faint praise. Owners report power loss in hybrid models, water leaks that damage electrical systems, and the pilot assist system, Volvo's semi-autonomous driving, that shuts off without warning. Volvo's build quality has also declined. Owners report squeaks and rattles in brand-new vehicles, headlights that fail prematurely, and premature tire wear, even with proper maintenance. For vehicles costing $45,000 to $70,000, these problems are unacceptable. The most telling statistic? RepairPal reports that Volvo owners visit repair shops 0.5 times per year on average, compared to 0.4 times for the average automobile. That might seem like a small difference, but it means Volvo owners spend 25% more time dealing with repairs than the typical car owner, despite paying premium prices for supposed premium quality. Volvo's problems stem from corporate decisions to prioritize cost reduction over quality assurance. Cheaper components, outsourced manufacturing, and rushing vehicles to market have all contributed to the brand's quality collapse. The result? A brand once synonymous with Swedish dependability now represents Chinese cost-cutting, masquerading as European luxury. But while Volvo's problems affect a relatively small number of vehicles sold annually, our number 2 brand's quality disaster is impacting one of the most popular luxury brands in America.
Number 2, Audi. In the runner-up position, we have Audi. And this one hurts because Audi represents perhaps the most dramatic quality collapse of any luxury brand in 2025. According to J.D. Power's 2025 initial quality study, Audi ranked dead last among all automotive brands with 269 problems per 100 vehicles. This isn't a typo or measurement error. Audi is literally the least reliable brand you can buy in America today, worse than every economy brand, every luxury competitor, everyone. And it gets worse. J.D. Power's 2025 dependability study, measuring 3-year-old vehicles, ranked Audi with 273 PP100, placing it among the bottom 5 brands and making it the lowest-ranked premium brand. This means Audi's quality problems aren't isolated to a single model year. They're systemic, persistent, and getting worse over time. Let's examine the evidence, starting with the 2024 to 2025 Audi Q5, the brand's best-selling SUV. First, the fire recalls. Audi has recalled 89,417 Q5 and Q5 Sportback models for cylinder head cover screws that may not be properly tightened. These screws can loosen, allowing oil to leak directly onto hot engine components, creating a fire hazard. Owners report seeing smoke from the engine bay and smelling burning oil, terrifying experiences in a vehicle that costs $45,000 to $60,000. Second, the battery fires. Audi recalled 4,616 Q5 PHEV models because the high-voltage battery may overheat and catch fire.
The recall notice specifically warns owners, do not charge your car if it is included in this recall until the recall has been performed. Imagine buying a plug-in hybrid and being told you can't charge it because it might burn down your garage. Third, the electrical nightmares. Multiple Q5 owners report instrument panels that fail completely, displaying no speed, no fuel level, no warning lights. Airbag systems that deactivate without warning due to faulty occupant detection sensors. Rear-view cameras that don't display images when shifting into reverse. Onboard chargers that fail, causing complete loss of drive power in electric models. The Q4 e-tron, Audi's electric SUV, has been equally problematic. Recalls include onboard chargers that fail and discharge the 12-volt battery, causing loss of drive power. Electronic parking brake software errors. Transmission gear indicators that don't display correctly, potentially causing rollaway accidents. But perhaps most damning is what's not being recalled. Audi forums are filled with owners reporting problems that dealers can't fix. The MMI infotainment system that crashes daily. Adaptive cruise control that brakes aggressively for no reason. Engines that consume excessive oil between changes. Rattling noises from the suspension that dealers claim are normal. One Q5 owner on Audi World summed up the ownership experience perfectly. I've owned German cars for 30 years. My 2024 Q5 has been in the shop 6 times in 8 months. Audi keeps telling me everything is within specification, but nothing works right. This is my last Audi. Audi's problems stem from the Volkswagen Group's cost-cutting measures, combined with rushed electrification. The brand is trying to compete with Tesla on technology while maintaining Audi's luxury reputation, but they're failing at both. The result is vehicles that look beautiful in the showroom, but become nightmares 6 months after purchase. The most telling statistic? Audi's depreciation. A 3-year-old Q5 now loses approximately 42.5% of its original value, compared to 39.2% for a BMW X3 and just 19 to 23% for a Lexus RX 350. While the Q5's depreciation is slightly worse than the X3, the real story is how both German luxury SUVs lose value at roughly double the rate of the Lexus. The market knows what Audi buyers are learning the hard way. These vehicles aren't holding their value like their competitors. Audi's dead last ranking in initial quality, 269 pp100, and bottom-tier placement in long-term dependability, 273 pp100, represent an unprecedented quality control disaster for a brand that once competed directly with BMW and Mercedes for engineering supremacy. In 2025, Audi proves that 4 rings don't guarantee quality. They guarantee 4 times the headaches. But as catastrophic as Audi's quality collapse has been, our number 1 spot goes to a brand that proves even startup enthusiasm can't overcome fundamental manufacturing incompetence.
Number 1. Rivian. And taking the number 1 spot as the luxury brand with the worst quality control in 2025 is Rivian, the electric truck manufacturer that promised to revolutionize the automotive industry, but is instead revolutionizing customer disappointment. Consumer Reports ranked Rivian dead last in predicted reliability with a score of just 14 out of 100. Yes, 14. To put this in perspective, the average vehicle scores around 50, and even problem-prone brands like Audi and Volvo score 44 and 42, respectively. Rivian's score of 14 represents one of the lowest reliability ratings Consumer Reports has ever assigned to any automaker. The problems are extensive and impact nearly every system on both the R1T pickup and R1S SUV. Drive motors failing completely, requiring full motor replacement. High-voltage battery packs overheating.
onboard chargers failing, resulting in total loss of drive power. Battery replacements needed within warranty period. Seatbelt anchors not properly installed, failing crash safety standards. NHTSA Recall 25V370, June 2025. B-pillar and C-pillar trim panels with damaged clips, affecting airbag deployment. NHTSA Recall, July 2024. Panel gaps and misaligned body panels worse than early Tesla. Interior trim peeling and rattling in brand new vehicles. Let's put this in perspective. The R1T starts at $72,990, and the R1S starts at $76,990. These aren't economy vehicles. They're priced similarly to a loaded BMW X5 or Mercedes GLE. But while those vehicles have occasional problems, Rivian owners report experiencing multiple failures within the first year of ownership. While specific owner testimonials from forums vary and individual experiences differ, Consumer Reports surveys and owner forums document widespread reliability concerns. Many owners report multiple system failures, extended service center visits, and recurring problems that require repeated repairs. Common complaints documented across owner forums include electrical system failures, HVAC malfunctions, software glitches, and extended service wait times due to parts availability issues. Despite these problems, Rivian maintains exceptionally high owner satisfaction scores. 86% of owners say they'd buy another Rivian. How is this possible? Several factors may contribute, but the market tells a more complex story. Rivian's stock price has collapsed, down 85.6% since its IPO, currently trading around $18.50. Production targets are repeatedly missed due to parts shortages affecting chips, panoramic roofs, and enduro motors. As for resale values, the picture is more nuanced than simple depreciation might suggest. According to automotive data sources, Rivian R1T models show approximately 30% depreciation over 3 years, with one-year-old models maintaining relatively strong resale values around $70,000. This depreciation rate is actually comparable to or better than many electric trucks in the segment. For comparison, the Ford F-150 Lightning experiences depreciation rates of 47 to 52% over similar periods, with 5-year retention at approximately 43%. The used EV market as a whole faces challenges with rapid technological advancement and changing incentive structures affecting all brands similarly. Rivian's problems stem from being a startup attempting to manufacture complex vehicles at scale without established quality control processes. They've prioritized speed to market over testing, resulting in what are essentially expensive beta test vehicles being sold to customers. Service infrastructure challenges compound the issues. Rivian service centers face capacity constraints, and when vehicles require service, parts availability can be problematic. Some owners report extended service center stays while waiting for components to arrive from the factory. Rivian had an opportunity to be the American answer to Tesla, combining adventure-ready capability with luxury amenities and environmental responsibility. Instead, they've become a case study in what happens when ambition outpaces ability, when marketing promises exceed manufacturing competence. Consumer Reports' score of 14 out of 100 isn't just a number, it's a warning. It tells potential buyers that, statistically, there's a high probability of experiencing significant problems with a Rivian. It's not a question of if, but when and how many. For a vehicle costing $73,000 to $77,000 starting price, with many configurations exceeding $85,000 to $100,000, this level of unreliability is concerning. The documented recalls, verified quality control issues,
and Consumer Reports' unprecedented low reliability score make Rivian the undisputed worst luxury brand for reliability in 2025. Shocked by these luxury brand failures? Wait until you see which everyday brands are even worse. 7 car brands quietly destroying their own reliability in 2025 reveals the mainstream names with higher failure rates than these luxury disasters.